What up, my awesome viewers? Okay, so 5 reasons to buy this particular car. Reason number 1, the looks. This thing looks relatively expensive, believe it or not. Like, if you kind of minus out the fact that there's a Honda badge, like the actual car itself looks like a luxury sports coupe. It doesn't look like a cheapo economy car. Like, it has the curves, it has like the chrome, and overall it just has the look of something that's more expensive than what it is. And then definitely the tail lights, these 911 looking tail lights are definitely awesome, because I actually parked this thing next to a 911 and then I actually look at the tail lights and I was like, wow, it's pretty similar. Well, relatively similar, I guess. But anyways, that's the point. Besides that, the looks of it is definitely something that you would want to consider as one of the selling points of the car, because overall it looks really nice for the fact that it's not a lot of money. And then on to reason number 2, definitely has to do with the engine, so I'm gonna cut and then open back up. Okay, reason number 2, at least as far as I can remember it, is the engine. The fact that this is a 4-cylinder engine, you have a timing chain instead of a timing belt. So for those of you that don't know, the difference between a timing chain and a timing belt is maintenance. With a timing belt, especially in the V6 J series motors, you need to make sure to replace the belt at 60 to 100,000 miles, or some relative miles according to mechanics and other people telling me. So you have to maintain that. Well, with a timing chain, one of the benefits is that you don't actually have to do maintenance on it, because the timing chain supposedly is with the life of the car, supposedly. So we're gonna find out if this is true or not in due time. But supposedly with a timing chain, it lasts for the whole life of the car, and then you don't actually need to do maintenance on it, which is nice. But if you like doing maintenance on your car, this is probably not nice, because then you don't get to do maintenance on the car. So it's really just depends on who you are. If you don't like doing maintenance, this is great. If you do like doing maintenance, this is probably not so good. And there's actually a lot of room. There's, compared to the V6, there's quite a bit of room. So if you want to work on it and stuff, that is nice. And then of course, because this is the i4 and not a V4, for those of you that don't really know much about cars, because this is an i4, it means that it's a smaller engine, so the car feels lighter. The car does not feel as heavy on the top end when you do cornering and things like that. So that's also very nice. And yep, that's pretty much it for reason number 2. Okay, reason number 3, the fact that this is a 2+2, you can actually drive more than one person, that there are back seats. And then one of the things that I like about the back seats is that you can actually do something where the back seats are kind of like luxury seats. So on places where, or times where you have to wait for someone in the car, this actually has a lot of leg room if you put the seat like this. Like ample leg room, like luxury car leg room. If you put the seat like this and you just kind of sit back and relax and play video games or something and wait, definitely have the windows down, because especially in the summer it gets really hot. But yeah, if you have this kind of feature, it's actually really nice. There's actually plenty of room legroom wise. The headroom wise might be not as good. Let me see here. So, okay, this is me, and I am 6'1", so okay, this is me not wearing a hat. There we go. It's pretty good on headroom. If I actually sit back like this, there's this little space right here. Yeah, so there's this little space right here where they actually account for the fact that people will be sitting back like this, and there is actually more room, which is actually quite nice. So yeah, definitely for a 2+2 coupe, you actually have a lot of room. It's not that bad if you put the seat back. Like, this is the kind of room that you're dealing with. Again, it's not bad, but it's also not super comfortable, and this is just assuming that the seat is just back normally like this. If the seat is somewhat adjusted like the driver's seat, then you literally have this much room, and no, that's probably not gonna work out. And then also a pretty cool thing about this is that there's this little kicker thing, so you can literally step on that and it moves out, and then kind of climb back out. Okay, so reason number 4, the fact that this car takes 87 gas and it has 25 city, 35 highway, 30 combined or something like that, or 28 combined. I'm not quite sure about it, but good fuel economy, or decent fuel economy considering that this is a sports coupe. So decent fuel economy, and the fact that it takes 87 gas and not 91 or 93. So that's going to be very good on your wallet. And the fact that the car is still fun to drive with this type of fuel economy, and again, it takes 87. Like, very few sports coupes that I know that takes 87, but if you do know more than I do, definitely comment down below. And yeah, I'm kind of curious myself to find out other sports coupe that only takes 87 with decent fuel economy. Okay, so the 5th reason is my personal favorite reason, and the fact that this car still has a handbrake. Like, most of the newer cars have this weird little window switchy electronic brake, and it's not fun. You don't have that satisfactory sound and tactility feel when you stop the car. Like, this feels good. Boom. Like, that feels good. Like, that feels really freaking good to do that. And like, other cars, they just don't have the handbrake, and the handbrake is gone, so now you're left with this like electronic brake, and then the window switch thing, and oh, also like the actual regular shifter where you can actually just pull and you feel the tactility of each selection. Like, you don't even have that anymore. Now they have like these freaking electronic shifters, and those ones, they don't feel right. Like, you know how those hybrid cars, right? Like, one of the examples that I can think of is the Toyota Prius, the Lexus CT200H. They have those things where you move it and it goes back. Like, you go to drive and it goes back, and then you go to reverse and it goes back, and then like, that feels weird. And then the really sucky part is the fact that just newer gas cars, not hybrid cars, but newer gas cars like the Lexus LC 500, they have that. They have that electronic thing where you move for a gear, it goes back, and you go for a drive and it goes back. And like, I don't like that. I like the fact that you hold on something, you pull it down, it stays there, you have the tactility feeling of it being there, and you know that it's at reverse, it's at park, it's at drive, it's at sport. Like, you know that is there. So that's actually a pretty cool thing about the shifter. But anyways, just the shifter itself is relatively going away, but they still have it in most newer cars, like not like the luxury ones, but more of like the economy cars. Like, they probably have those ones still. But the actual handbrake, it's actually really hard to find a car 2020 2021 that still has a handbrake that's also like a sporty two-door coupe. And the fact that this two-door coupes in general is going away just sucks, because I mean, to be honest, I can't really buy this car new. Like, this car has been discontinued since 2017. It's now 2020 at the time of this video, or 2021 depending on when I post it, to be honest. But yeah, like at this particular time, you can't buy a car like this, which is really sad, because I like cars like this. I like cars that actually have the tactility feeling to it, and it's going away, which freaking sucks, to be honest. But yeah, if you're someone that's like me and you like cars that have handbrakes and just regular shifters and things like that, definitely check this one out. And that's pretty much it. Those are my 5 reasons to buy the car. And if you guys like it, hit subscribe, hit the bell, more content, comment, like. I think I covered everything. Yeah. And alright, you guys, stay awesome.